What's up, everybody? Spencer here from Combo Collectibles, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Attack on Titan Funko Pops and talking about their increasing value. It seems like ever since all the hype for Season 4 Part 2 came out, a lot of these pops have just skyrocketed in value on the Funko app. And on the contrary, actually, a few of them have gone down or stayed the same. And I kind of have a theory that it may be depending on which characters are more relevant right now in the show. It seems like the ones that are kind of the main characters for Season 4 are going up in value a little bit, while some of the older characters from the other seasons have stayed the same or gone down. So we've got a bunch of the pops here in studio that we're going to take a look at. And quick disclaimer, I have not seen Season 4 Part 2 yet, so please no spoilers. Right now, I have seen Season 4 Part 1 only. And if you guys are behind on Attack on Titan, anywhere behind that, there may be some minor spoilers in this video, so consider yourself warned. But right now, let's start off with the 6-inch ones, because I think those ones are super cool. So right here, we've got the female Titan. This is a very cool looking pop. I actually really like the detail on this one. Looks super cool. I'm glad they did this as a 6-inch as well. My only complaint about this line actually was the original series. They did a bunch of the 6-inch Titans, but not Eren for some reason. Luckily, it does look like we're going to be getting a 6-inch Eren from Season 4 later on. I did a video about that if you guys want to check it out. But the female Titan is a really cool looking pop. Like I said, I love the detail and the paint job and everything. Definitely very cool. Now, this is one of the ones I was talking about where, because they're not as relevant in Season 4 anymore, the value, I believe, has gone down a little bit. Currently, now these are Canadian prices too. I'm in Canada, so my Funko app is set to Canadian dollars, just so you guys know. But she's sitting at $61, which is not that much considering the Attack on Titan line is very expensive, and especially for the 6-inch Titan pops. 61 bucks is not that bad, as you'll see in a minute when we check out some of the other ones. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Colossal Titan in studio here. That's one of the ones that we're missing. I'm sorry. But let's check the value of that one real quick, just out of curiosity. So there's the black and white version of the Colossal. That one is $213. And the regular Colossal Titan is sitting at $132. So those ones are still pretty high in value. I don't think they've gone up too much. Those have always been kind of expensive pops. But still, triple digits for both of the Colossal Titans. So next up we have in studio, we've got the Beast Titan. This was a Hot Topic exclusive. Again, very cool pop. I like the pose where he's kind of crouching down, getting ready to fight. And this is a really cool pop. I kind of think they should have done a flocked version. Would have been super cool. But yeah, definitely a very cool looking pop. I love the Beast Titan. Good detail on that one too. And like I said, I really love the pose. Now this one I believe has gone up in value a bit. Let me double check the price real quick on the Funko app here. So Beast Titan is sitting at $113 Canadian. So that one has gone up a bit. Again, I feel like it kind of depends on the relevance of the character right now in the show. But this one used to be sitting at around 80, I believe. So it's definitely gone up. It's well into triple digits here in Canada now for the Beast Titan. So definitely a cool looking pop, a good one for your collection. If you have it, hang on to it. They are worth a lot of money right now. And like I said, I feel like part of that is just the hype of Season 4, because these weren't as expensive a year ago. Now that they're talking about Season 4, they're kind of up in value again. So we'll have to see what happens to these after the hype of the show has finally died down. Mind you, we should be getting Season 4 Attack on Titan pops next year, so that could bring the hype right back. Who knows? But right now, moving on, this one is probably the coolest one, in my opinion, that we're taking a look at today. We have the 6-inch Armored Titan. This one is very hard to find. Very expensive pop, but very cool. I think it looks awesome. The detail, the armor and everything is super cool on that one. Definitely love the Armored Titan pop. It looks awesome. It looks very much like he did in the show, because the Funko Pops are a little bit blocky, but his Titan is a little bit blocky looking as well. So definitely suits him. Very cool pop. Now this one I know for sure has gone way up in value. The Armored Titan currently, and this just seems broken to me, is sitting at $351 on the Funko app. That is just way too much. It's a very cool pop, don't get me wrong, and it's always been a really expensive one. Even a couple years ago when I checked, it was at least $100 or $200 on the Funko app. It's always been a very expensive one, but it has shot up in value. Actually, one day last week when I checked the Funko app, it was over $400, which that just seems wrong to me. Now it's come down to $351, but that's still just ridiculously high for that pop. But it's definitely one of the rarer ones. This is a 2017 vaulted pop, so if you don't have it, it's going to be really hard to get your hands on if you're starting the Attack on Titan set now. But very cool. I'm glad we could get this one in studio to check out with you guys, but that's one that's definitely on the rise in value. Okay, now we've got a bunch of the 4-inch pops as well. So we're going to start with some of the, I believe these are some of the more common ones. So we've got Commander Erwin, or Ervin, or Ervavin as we call him. I like to make a joke about that. I don't know how that started. Me and my buddies call him Commander Ervavin now. We said the W was 2 V's that got squished together, so he's Commander Ervavin. I actually met Bryce Papenbrook at Fan Expo and I told him that story and he thought it was super funny. And he did the Aaron voice for us and said that it was pronounced Commander Ervavin. It was super funny. Check out the video on my channel if you guys haven't seen it. But let's check what Ervavin is sitting at on the Funko app. All right, so Commander Ervin is sitting at $31. So this is one of the more common ones to get. It is a common pop and it's not as hard to get. Again, I don't know if it's because of the relevance of the show. I thought he was a great character though. So if you guys had the Attack on Titan line, I'd recommend him. He's pretty awesome. Next up, we have Ymir. This one is pretty cool as well. She's got her swords out. Not quite in full ODM gear. I mean, she has the ODM gear, but I mean, sorry, not full scout uniform. But she's got the jacket on, and it's a very cool looking pop. I do like the detail, the ODM gear and the swords on these. I think it looks super cool. And I don't believe she's super high in value right now either. No, she's actually one of the lower valued ones. Ymir is sitting at $18 Canadian, so not a whole lot of value. That one didn't ever really go up from shelf price. Next up, we've got Krista. This is a cool one as well. I like this one because she's doing the scout salute, which I think is really cool looking. So definitely a nice pose. I like when they mix up the poses and stuff like that for Funko Pops too. It gets boring when they're all just standing there. Let's see what Krista's sitting at on the Funko app. So Krista's at $26. So again, didn't go up too much in value there. A little bit from shelf price, but only about $10. And it's a 2018, it is listed as temporarily unavailable, probably why it's gone up a little bit in value, but not too much. I could see them doing a re-release of those. I know that there have been some restocks of some of the Attack on Titan pops, especially the common ones, and that's brought their value down. They used to be a little higher before they got restocked about a year ago. But there's still, a lot of these are still fairly valuable. We're kind of going through the cheaper ones first. All right, next up we've got Kenny from season 3. This one's actually really cool too, because he has his specialized ODM gear with the guns and everything. So again, mixes it up for the pop, and he's in a pretty cool pose, like he's ready to go for a fight. So that one's very cool, and I don't believe this one's super high in value either. Let's check the Funko app here, see what Kenny's sitting at. Yeah, so the Kenny pop is sitting at $29, so just marginally more expensive than Krista. Again, I have seen some of these ones restocked, so I think that's keeping the value from going insane like some of these other ones that we haven't got a restock on yet. I'm just going to move these guys down because I'm starting to run out of room to see here. All right, next up we've got Hanji. This one's really cool as well because it looks like she's actually kind of mid-flight. So the pose on that one is pretty sweet. Hanji with her full ODM gear. Looks like a mid-flight pose. I love Hanji. She's such a cool character. She's so likable. She's kind of insane, but like in a good way. So Hanji's really cool. I would get that one for your Attack on Titan collection if you're collecting them, and she's not too bad for value either. Hanji's sitting at $33 Canadian, so not too bad, and I have seen some of these for sale on certain websites, so if you're looking for that one, it might be a little easier to find than some of these ones that we're going to get into that are crazy rare and expensive in a minute. But for now, let's see, we got Annie. All right, we've got Annie next. This one's pretty cool. This one is more of a basic pose, but it kind of suits Annie. She was very standoffish, so that is how Annie would kind of stand there. She wouldn't do a cool pose for a Funko Pop. But definitely a cool looking pop as well. Let's see, what's Annie at? I don't believe she was super... Oh no, Annie is actually a little more expensive if memory serves me. Let's find out. Yeah, okay, so Annie's actually gone up a little bit from what I remember. She's up to $94 on the Funko app. So again, that one has, I believe that's gone up. Definitely hasn't gone down. It's still sitting at a pretty good price. Not quite at 100, but almost. And that's one of the exceptions to my rule because she's not as relevant to the story right now. but the Funko Pop is definitely holding its value anyway. And again, it is a very cool looking pop. I do love a lot of these 4-inch ones, but these are all the common ones too. We're about to get into some of the exclusives, which are going to be a lot harder to find. Now, Annie is vaulted. That's why the price is up. It's a 2017 vaulted. So even though it's a common pop, going to be hard to get your hands on it when it's vaulted. So let's make a little more room here because we have so many more pops to go through still. I think we're like halfway. Well, we're a little more than halfway. Next up, this one is near and dear to my heart. We have Sasha. I love Sasha. She was one of my favorites in the show. Loved her so much. She's so cool. So funny. As soon as she stole the potato in season 1, I was just like, oh my god, this chick is super cool. And she's also kind of a badass. If you guys have seen at least into season 3 and 4, you know what a badass Sasha is. But this one's really cool because she's actually holding the potato and it has a bite out of it, which is amazing. And this one was a GameStop exclusive. Now, Sasha has been and always will be a very expensive pop. I don't think this one, I don't know if it's gone up in value, but it definitely hasn't gone down. This has always been like a, I believe it used to be like $200-ish on the Funko app. So let's see what she's sitting at now. Okay, actually, I stand corrected. She has gone down in value a bit. I'm pretty sure it used to be closer to 200, but right now Sasha's sitting at 125 on the Funko app. And that one's listed as temporarily unavailable. So I don't know if they're going to do a reissue of that one, but it's not vaulted yet. So that might be why it's a little lower in value too. But I think Sasha's awesome. She's one of my favorite characters in Attack on Titan. So definitely a very, very cool pop for the collection. Okay, moving on, we've got one of the other coolest, most badass characters in the show, Levi. Levi is so cool. Again, one of my top characters in the show. I love Levi. He's so cool. And the pop is really cool too. It got his eyes half closed because he's always like very serious. And he's got the swords out too. The swords are a little small on the Funko Pops, to be honest, but I mean, they only have so much room to work with in the boxes. But it is cool. I'm glad he's got his green cloak on and everything too. Levi's always ready for battle, so they had to do him in full gear. Very, very cool pop. Love Levi. And that one I don't believe is very high because that one has, I think they've reissued that or at least restocked it recently. So I don't think that Levi is as high as it used to be in value. I believe that one's dropped a bit. Yeah, Levi is down to $23. Now, it is also listed as temporarily unavailable, but I'm pretty sure they've done restocks of those in the past. So it's only sitting at $23. Shouldn't be too hard. I actually am pretty sure I've seen some websites that still have a few available. So Levi's not too hard to find. Okay, again, we gotta make some room here. This table is just gonna be covered in Attack on Titan pops. No complaints here though. So we've got the other Levi now that we have here is the Hot Topic exclusive Cleaning Levi. This one is really funny. He got all mad at the scouts for not doing the right job cleaning the place up, and he took matters into his own hands. I just love how serious he looks. He's like a cleaning ninja. Definitely a funny pop, though. I love that they gave him the feather duster and the mask and everything. It was super funny. We actually saw a guy at Fan Expo this year who was cosplaying as Cleaning Levi. It was hilarious. He had like dusters and all his holsters and everything. Super funny. So great pop. I think it's super cool. Now that one I believe is a little bit more expensive just because it is an exclusive. And I don't think they've been restocking those ones as much. It may even be vaulted, but let's double check. So Cleaning Levi is sitting at $60 Canadian, which is a little expensive, but not too bad considering how expensive a lot of these pops are in the AOT line. And that is a 2017 vaulted. So that's why it's gone up in value a bit. These ones are going to be harder to find because it's a vaulted and an exclusive. But like I said, if you're a Levi fan, I know it's not like super relevant to the show. It was like a one joke episode, or a one episode joke. But it's definitely a cool pop if you're a Levi fan to get kind of the lighter, funnier side of Levi that does not come up very often in this show. All right, now we're down to what I would consider the main three. Of course, it's the three main characters of the show, and of course, it's three of the most expensive pops in this line for the 4-inch. So let's kick things off with Armin. So this is an FYE exclusive. It's a very cool looking pop. He's in full scout gear with his swords out. It's super cool. Armin's an awesome character too. I absolutely love Armin. He's super cool. He's not the toughest guy, but he's super smart, and he's always getting them out of trouble. So Armin, definitely a cool pop. It's very heavy pop compared to the other ones too. I'm not sure why. It's not like he has a lot more gear than the other ones, but it's super heavy. But this one is very cool, very, very expensive. I'm going to double check the exact price, but I know this one is around the 200 mark. So Armin has climbed his way up all the way to $219 Canadian on the Funko app. That is ridiculous for a 4-inch pop. I get it. It is really hard to find though. And again, this is an exclusive and it's also vaulted. It's a 2017 vaulted pop. So if you don't already have the Armin, you're going to be forking out an arm and a leg to get it. Again, right now is like not a great time to buy AOT pops because the hype is so big that the prices have skyrocketed on a lot of these. But even after the hype dies down, I doubt these are going to decrease in value that much, especially some of these vaulted exclusives like Armin that are super hard to find. All right, got to make some more room again. I'm blocking the 6-inch Titans. Okay, so now we have Eren Yeager. This is the, just the classic Eren in his scout gear with his swords. Again, these were when the pops were more basic. Him and Armin are kind of in the same stance. They're just standing there holding their swords, but at least they're in their scout gear and they have the detail of the ODM gear. So it actually is a pretty cool looking pop. Now they've done a bunch of variations. There's like a black and white one. We don't have that one here as well. There's different variants of Eren, but let's check the price of the original one here. So Eren Yeager sitting at $163 Canadian, and that's a 2014 vaulted. So it's a very old vaulted pop. Obviously, that's why the value is so high. The old vaulted pops are super hard to find. Now let's check the other variants real quick here on Eren as well, because like I said, I know there's a black and white one. So the black and white one is $244. That's ridiculous. And that's a 2015 vaulted. So yeah, that's just crazy. I don't even think that was an exclusive. It was just a vaulted common black and white Eren, and it is crazy expensive. Now we also do have the Titan Eren. There's two variants of the Titan Eren. So the original one is sitting at $213 Canadian, which is crazy. Now I don't have one of those in studio right now, but we did have one in our previous video. My buddy Bobby lent me his. We went to Fan Expo together and he got it signed by the voice of Eren Yeager, English voice actor Bryce Papenbrook. It was super cool. So we'll throw a shot of that up there so you guys can see that pop as well. But that one is up to $213 because it's a 2014 vaulted. So again, crazy hard pop to find, very expensive, but very cool. I just wish they would have done a 6-inch. But like I said, the 6-inch should be coming sometime next year for a 6-inch Eren. And then there's also the Eren Yeager Titan form, the Hot Topic exclusive version, which is at $75, and that's him in like rage mode, so he's got like the red veins everywhere, and he looks super angry, and that one's also vaulted. Like all these are vaulted. So that's a 2014 vaulted, but for some reason not worth as much as the non-exclusive one. All right, guys, we got one more pop left here in studio, and it is, again, one of the most badass characters in the show. We got Mikasa Ackerman. She is super cool. Absolutely love her as a character. She's so awesome. I'm hoping that the voice actor comes to Fan Expo one of these years, because I have a Attack on Titan plaque over there, and it's signed by Bryce, and I would love to... Levi, Mikasa, Armin, and Eren are all on it. So I have it signed by Eren. I want to get it signed by the rest of them, too. It'd be so cool. Anyway, the Mikasa is very cool as well. Like I said, they have all the detail again with like the buckles and the ODM gear and everything that she's wearing. And she's got her red scarf on, of course. So it's a super cool looking pop. And this one I know is pretty expensive, too. Mikasa is one of the more popular characters in the show, so I'm not surprised that this one's expensive, and it's probably vaulted too, but I'm not 100% on that. So Mikasa is sitting at $219 on the Funko app, which is ridiculous. She's the same price as Armin, and yes, it's a 2014 vaulted, so very expensive pop. So I think for the 4-inch ones, Armin and Mikasa were the most expensive, followed by the Titan Eren, but I mean... This one here, the Armored Titan, takes the cake for Attack on Titan pops that have skyrocketed in value recently with the announcement of Season 4. $351 for the armor. That is just absolutely ridiculous. Now, let's double check. I just want to see if there's any that I didn't go over because we don't have them all in studio. This isn't a complete set. Sorry, I couldn't get my hands on all of them right now. But I think we did pretty good. We got some pretty cool ones here. So let's just double check the list, make sure that I didn't miss any. So yeah, it looks like aside from the Colossal Titan and the Titan Erens and the Black and White Eren, we had pretty much everything else in studio here. So I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at these pops. They're definitely a very cool set, very expensive set. I believe just these ones alone are valued at over $1,500 on the Funko app right now, Canadian. That is insane to me. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pops valued at $1,500. So that is an average value of $100 a pop. Mind-blowing how much these are worth right now. If you guys picked these up when they first came out at shelf price, you have made a lot of money on these if you sell them now. But I wouldn't, because they're super cool and Attack on Titan is awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. But yeah, I also hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at the values. Hopefully that'll help you if you're looking to buy or sell yours, to kind of see the trends and how these are going right now. Like I said, the market's hot right now because of Season 4 Part 2, which I absolutely can't wait to watch. I am waiting for the dub because I promised my friend that I'd watch it with them, and they prefer the dub. I like to watch it in both eventually, so I will watch the sub and the dub, but I said I'd wait to watch it for the first time with them. So I'm waiting a couple more weeks for the dub. I can't wait. No spoilers in the comments, but I hope you guys are enjoying Season 4 of Attack on Titan as well. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, because we're going to be doing some more pop news, pop reviews, anime figures, all kinds of fun stuff right here on Combo Collectibles, and you guys won't want to miss it. But right now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see y'all next time.